There are 2.9 billion people on Facebook, and 1.9 billion log in every single day, which makes Facebook the single largest missions field the church has ever seen. But that begs the question, do Facebook ads work for increasing church visitors? Well, we're going to dive into that question today. I'm even going to show you a couple of examples so you can decide for yourself. So let's dive in. Hey, what's up, y'all? If we are meeting for the first time or if you're new to the channel, what's up? My name's Chris Abbott, but all my friends just call me Abbo. I'm the co-owner of Church Marketing University, and I started this channel to bring you the best tips, tactics, and strategies in order to be able to grow your church and ultimately make heaven crowded. So today, what we want to do is we want to take a look at Facebook ads specifically and see, do Facebook ads actually work for increasing your church visitors? So I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of examples. We'll dive into this question, kind of break it down so you can take a look and answer the question for yourself. Let's dive in. Let's take a look at Facebook ads and see if they actually work for attracting new Sunday morning visitors and if it would actually work for your church. All right, so here's the deal. It's 2.9 billion people on Facebook, right? 1.9 billion log in every single day. It's crazy, but the average user spends 34 minutes per day on Facebook. Now, I don't know about you, but I find that crazy, 34 minutes per day. If you think about it, right? If there was a place in your town or your city where every single person went for at least 34 minutes a day, all you would do is you would set up shop there and invite people to church. You'd pray for people, you'd do ministry, hand out invite cards. That's where we would focus our efforts. Now, Mark Zuckerberg has given us that opportunity with Facebook, and I think it's too big to ignore, right? 2.9 billion people on Facebook. That's the single largest missions field the church has ever seen. Just so we're all on the same page here, okay? I get frustrated with Facebook too. My Facebook profile has been banned. Like, I've had my ad accounts shut down, and I've had my church post deleted and all kinds of stuff, right? It happens to all of us, and it's not just churches, but listen, like, I get it. I kind of think Facebook's like one of those things, like it's kind of a necessary evil, right? But I'm not in love with Facebook by any means, but I love the ministry opportunity that it provides. Imagine what would happen if missionaries just didn't go to countries because they didn't like them or they didn't agree with some of their values and beliefs, right? We have to look at it like a missions field and say that, man, even if Facebook is, doing some kind of shady stuff out there, it doesn't matter because it's a missions field and we have to show up that way. But check this out. Here's a couple of statistics that you may not know, because I hear pastors all the time say, oh, well, my audience isn't on Facebook, or everybody's on Instagram now, or TikTok, or Snapchat, or whatever it is. But listen to the statistic. These are the latest stats as of this video. The largest age demographic on Facebook are people ages 25 to 35 years old. So remember, it's 2.9 billion people, 31%, almost a third of those 2.9 billion people on Facebook are between the ages of 25 and 35. If you're trying to reach young families, especially like young families with elementary school age kids, they're on Facebook. 18 to 24-year-olds make up 23% of Facebook. So that means that people ages 18 to 35 make up 54% of Facebook. That's 1.5 billion people that are on Facebook are between the ages of 18 and 35. This is why, like, that whole idea of like, oh, well, young people, have moved off Facebook. They're not on there anymore. No, they still are, right? The statistics tell us a different story. So knowing that, we got to fish where the fish are. They might also be on some of these other platforms, and it definitely makes sense to show up there as well. So if you're trying to reach millennials, Gen Zers, and young families with kids, the single best place to do that is on Facebook. All right, so before we dive in and we take a look at a couple of churches that have been using Facebook ads and see if they're actually effective for attracting new visitors, man, would you make sure to like and subscribe to the channel? Man, if you like this video, that'll actually help YouTube get the word out and actually show this video to more pastors and church leaders so we can help them as well. And if you subscribe to the channel, then you'll be able to get notified, especially if you hit that little bell icon, right? You'll get notified every single time we drop a new video. And I'm telling you, we've got a ton of new content, a ton of new videos that are coming your way. I've been on fire lately creating a bunch of new content for you, just sharing with you some of the best strategies, tips, and tactics in order to reach new people and make heaven crowded. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little bell notification. That way YouTube lets you know every single time we drop a new video. Let's dive in. Let's take take a look. I promised you guys some examples. So let's dive in and kind of take a look at a couple of real world churches that are using Facebook ads and see what types of results they're getting with Facebook ads. Take a look at Pastor Gavin here. Right, said we had 7 Plan Your Visits this week and 15 first-time guests today. Simply, he was running Plan Your Visit invite ads. Now, Pastor Dennis, first Sunday, running Facebook ads, 3 Plan Your Visits and 21 guests. And I don't know about you guys, but I'd be pumped if I had 3 Plan Your Visits and 21 guests, right? In case you're wondering what Plan Your Visits are, right? That's just giving people the option to sign up, basically schedule an appointment to visit your church, right? Something that we teach inside of Church Marketing University. That's what these churches are talking about, right? Where now you can actually have a friendly face waiting for that person to host them while they're at church. Man, look at Pastor Will. Now this is specifically for Facebook prayer ads, right? Which is a different strategy than Facebook invite ads. Again, it's all kind of stuff that we teach inside of CMU. But it says in 5 weeks from Facebook alone, we've had 20 first-time guests, 8 return guests, 3 received Christ, 2 people who are contemplating suicide were connected with preventative care, and we've had 550 audio prayers, right? So he's actually sending audio prayers to every single one of these people that submitted a prayer request, right? It works great for us. I love this one right here. It says, Caleb, we're actually loving the results of the ad. 3rd day in, and I lost count of the prayer requests and already led someone to the Lord. Come on. We're not just talking about Sunday morning visitors, but man, leading people to Christ through Facebook ads, it doesn't get any better than that. Obviously, I'm biased, but man, I think that's awesome. I said also, I believe we're up to 3 Plan Your Visits and a few others who said they would come but didn't sign up for Plan Your Visit. Pretty awesome. William said, thanks, Chris. They really are talking about Facebook ads. Said 10 guests in 2 weeks and 1 woman received Christ this past Sunday. Aaron said, hey, just prayed with a lady to receive Jesus as her Lord and Savior. This is so awesome, bro. In response to the Facebook ads that he was running. Some more on the prayer ads. Curtis said, hey there, man, 2 really quick questions, but a testimony first. My ad's been live for a little over 30 hours and I filled over 30 prayer requests. That's insane. Insane. He said, got a family of 4 to plan a visit and my Plan a Visit isn't even up yet. I don't know how that works, right? But that she was so grateful that she wanted to come to the church. Pretty awesome. Man, we had 4 first-time visitors last Sunday and 2 repeat visitors. We're so excited about the results. Here's a church of 150 people that use Facebook ads and ended up having 111 people plan a visit to their church, right? Church of 150 people had 111 Plan Your Visit. And I remember this. It was in a 6-week time, right? So in 6 weeks, a church of 150 had 111 people who signed up, scheduled an appointment to visit the church. Pretty cool. Here's another one. Says, hey, we had 4 Plan Your Visits in 3 weeks. We've only been doing $5 a day on their Facebook ad, but we're getting results. The families are showing up and have been coming for the last 3 weeks. Thanks again. This has given our church plant a great boost. We started with 2 people 4 weeks ago and now have an average of 16 for the last 3 weeks. We're going to do $20 a day each week for the summer. Pretty awesome. Josh said, hey, just a blessing. We had 5 first-time visitors from Facebook and 3 other first-timers on Sunday. I love that. Pastor Sean said, by the way, we've had 13 visitors in the last 3 weeks. This week we had 4 salvations and rededications, which makes a total of 6 since we began the system. Tiffany, there were a little over 300 people there, 26 Plan Your Visits from Facebook ads. Said, fun story, just had a lady approach me in the local coffee shop. She said, hi, Pastor. I saw you on Facebook. Will you pray for me? All right, that's awesome. Led to a great conversation about God, life, and church. So the impact is not only social media, but also public image as well. Love that. Father Jerome said, hey, this is unbelievable. Man, the response has been tremendous. I had to turn the ad off for a while in order to catch up. It's working like nothing I've ever seen before. 16 prayer requests, 3 Plan Your Visits in 1 day. That's awesome. I love this. I've got a video on this one actually as well here. A church that went from 350 to 800 in 4 weeks using Facebook ads. Pretty stinking cool. And Wes and Jen are absolutely amazing people. But so I texted him on his grand opening after we've been running Facebook ads for 4 weeks for the grand opening. Church of 350 4 weeks before. After 4 weeks of running Facebook ads, said we had almost 800 in attendance today, which is exactly the number that I was praying for, in case you're wondering. Said 30 hands raised to receive Christ. Come on, somebody. And I said the last 5 week numbers, they had 350, then they had 375, 395, 500, and 800. Man, because of the Facebook ads. Man, I'll show you guys just a few more here. I don't want to bore you guys, but in case you clicked on this video like wondering, hey, do Facebook ads work specifically for attracting new visitors? I want to address those concerns and just kind of show you some of this stuff. This church right here's a church of 30 that used Facebook ads, had 391 prayer requests, 38 new families that planned a visit in the first 90 days. At a church of 120 had 52 new families plan a visit in the first 4 months, right? These are all Facebook ads. Church of 60 that had 35 new families in the first 2 months. Here's that church plant that we were showing you up there that had 150 people, 111 new families plan to visit in the first 6 weeks. A church church of 120, 19 in the first 5 weeks. I love this. I've got another video on this one too, in case you're curious about some of these case studies and what exactly they did step by step by step, because we're not really talking about that in this video, but I do have other videos on that. So this one, a church of 20, 209 new families plan a visit in only 5 months, which is awesome. They actually, they grew so much they outgrew their building. It's a great problem to have. A church of 10 people, they ran Facebook prayer ads for 10 days. They had 50 prayer requests and 10 plan your visits in 10 days. They only have 10 people and they got 10 plan your visits in 10 days. I didn't make that up. That actually happened. That's a screenshot of the inside of their account, which is pretty cool. I've got tons of these. I'm not gonna sit here and bore you guys with all of them, but these are all Facebook ads. Now, like obviously I'm biased here. I've been all in on Facebook ads for the last 7 or 8 years, helping churches with this. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars now at this point in my own church on Facebook ads. I've spent millions of dollars on churches globally that I've helped run Facebook ads. So obviously I'm biased, right? But I'm hoping that what this does is actually demonstrate for you and show you, instead of me just telling you, yes, Facebook ads work for attracting new visitors and they can help you grow your church. I wanted to show you actual screenshots of churches that are using this so you can actually see what's happening. And you can see, I mean, this is, a church of 200, a church of 40, 70, 450, a church of 15, right? Church of 15, 61 plan your visits in 6 months. Church of 2,000 at 101 families in 5 months. So churches of all shapes, of all sizes. And I do get this question a lot. What about, black churches, or what about white churches, or what about Hispanic churches, or what about Asian churches? I'm telling you, we have helped everybody under the sun. English and Spanish. We're running the ads on Facebook, on Instagram. We've done urban churches. We've done rural churches. We've done suburban churches, black churches, white churches, Hispanic churches, mixed race churches, everything that you can imagine. The cowboy churches, right? Church plants, established churches. There was a Methodist church that used Facebook ads. They normally have 30 people. They had over 300 at one service using Facebook ads, right? Crazy, crazy stuff. And they were a conservative Methodist church that had been around for 235 years. If you're thinking about using Facebook ads, you haven't done it yet, please go all in, take imperfect action now, and just go try something. Go try running a Facebook ad and inviting people to church. The best way that you can do that, the best way I know how, is to use a smartphone and just simply make a walking selfie video, right? So walk out outside. It usually works better if you're outside, right? Just go walking outside and just, hey, what's up, guys? My name's Chris. Man, I want to invite you to church on Sunday. Just share your heart, invite people to church, 30 seconds or less on that video, just making a walking selfie video, because if you're walking, people are looking to the background, makes it a little bit more interesting, and more people actually watch it, and they'll click through to your website, right? Set up a simple landing page on your website where people can plan a visit, and I'm telling you, this can be a game changer for you. If you're learning it for the first time and you try it and it doesn't work, it's not because Facebook ads don't work in your area or your city, or because the ground is hard, or because people in your part of the country are different. That's not the case. It's just because you're brand new to it and you probably did it wrong. There's some principles at work here. And again, we've made tons of videos on this stuff to kind of walk you through step by step how to do that. But just know that if it doesn't work the first time, try it again. I've shared the story here in another video, but like I went out and made the lacrosse team my junior year, but I had no idea how to play lacrosse. So guess what? I was terrible. Like I couldn't scoop the ball at first. I couldn't even throw it underhand. Like literally, like I played defense. So I would just like lower my shoulder and just like crush guys. Unless of course, like they dodged and like spun on me and then scored. That happened more than I care to admit. So even if I did actually just like hit a guy and the ball popped out, I'd scoop it up and I'd have to throw it underhand to one of the middies for them to take off, because I had no idea what I was doing. I was terrible. But it wasn't because lacrosse doesn't work or my stick was broken or something like that. No, I was learning how to use it, right? It was the very first time I'd done that. Now, I worked my tail off. I worked every single day, all throughout the winter, the spring, and all summer long, just up against a brick wall, just right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. And then my senior year, I came out and I became the captain of the lacrosse team, made the all-star team, and had a blast and had one of the most fun years ever. But it's because I put in the work and I learned the sport. It's the same thing with Facebook ads. It may not work the first time. It's not because it doesn't work, right? Your stick's not broken. You just don't know how to play lacrosse, right? You're learning Facebook ads for the first time. Go all in, take imperfect action now, try something. And if you have questions, put them down in the comments or shoot me an email. My personal email is chris@churchmarketinguniversity.com. Send me an email. I'm happy to help. Lastly, listen, I'm telling you, you can figure this out on your own. I figured it out on my own. I've done this kind of stuff. But if you would actually like to go one step further and you would like my help and you would like to actually go through and just use some of my best converting Facebook ads and landing pages, if you want to do some of that kind of stuff, we actually have a couple of scholarships left inside of Church Marketing University. Depending on your situation and the size of your church, the size of your budget, we do have some scholarships available, and you can get up to 90% off. Again, if you want our help and you want some coaching and you want to go through some of those courses and actually use our templates. So you can absolutely go figure this out on your own and go rock and roll. And I'm telling you, please take imperfect action now. Whether you end up using our templates to come in and go through some of our courses, or whether you just figure it out for yourself, please don't sleep on Facebook ads, because this opportunity won't be around much longer. I legitimately think there's probably an 18 to 24 month window, and maybe only 12 months, right? Like Mark Zuckerberg can snap his fingers, change the algorithm like that, right? Facebook's probably changed the algorithm twice since we started this video, but I really do think there's a limited window on how effective Facebook ads and how cheap they'll be, right? Eventually, especially when all the big brands start to figure this out, when you start to see McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Nike, Budweiser, and they start putting all of their collective billions of dollars into the Facebook ads pool, what's going to happen is the same thing that happened to TV commercials over the years. Is all of a sudden, man, the cost of those Facebook ads are going to go whoop, right? Like there's only so much real estate in the news feed, the same way there's only so many commercials on TV, and the more people that put their money into the marketing pool, the more that those rise, right? So prices go up and effectiveness goes down. So please don't sleep on Facebook ads, man. Take imperfect action now. Dive in. And again, if you want our help at Church Marketing University, man, you can click on the link down in the description, or you can go to churchmarketinguniversity.com/scholarship. You can apply for a scholarship up to a 90% scholarship, and then we can even help you set some of those things up, walk you through how that. We've got some videos and coaching programs, and then we've got templates that you can literally just plug and play for your church. Love you guys. I legitimately pray for you guys all the time. Every single person that's out there watching these videos, man, just know that there are people on the other side of your faithfulness. So, man, let's go all in. Let's take imperfect action now, and let's make heaven crowded. We love you guys. We'll see you soon.